Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This is not going to be a long video, but it's called Too Little, Too Late. And I want to ask some questions of Trinbagonians who are allowing this country to fall apart and die. And I want to raise the issues and use as context some things that have been happening, that have come into the public space. Like the young lady who is taking Wendy Fitzwilliams to task over her natural hair, which she was right to do. But I want to ask, if she had won, would we have learned of this? Because she went on in the competition, she bowed down and she did what they asked her to do and she went on. She came third and then we hear about this. But if she had won, would we? Why didn't she righteously step out of the competition and arrest a lawsuit in the tail and come to the media and raise it in the country space so that everybody would have known that Wendy Fitzwilliams was representing a racist organization that didn't like real hair? Why did she wait until she lost? Why? To the couple workers, my partner Tony Bidesi, you're putting out videos now, you're writing up a storm from inside Petrotrin after the fact. How are you helping us? If you knew all of this, all this time, why you didn't come to the public? Afraid you lost your work? Every time I do a live video, every time I speak, because I see you talk about me, bro. Every time I step out like this today, I put myself at risk. Every time. I lose. They assassinate my character. Jackasses like you get to say what you want. But standing up for a country doesn't require it to be convenient. Standing up for an issue doesn't require that you've exhausted every other chance at eating a food. To the Petrotrin workers who all of a sudden making a reputation for themselves, writing posts and putting out videos. Why didn't you do it before? When you could have been a help to the nation and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Why didn't you bust those marks before? But now that Petrotrin shutting down and you're losing your job, you want to talk? To the supervisor of insurance and everybody working in the supervisory of insurance and the central bank. Why didn't you raise bust the mark about Clico? Ramesh Lawrence Maraj told the nation in 2002 that it was collapsing. Where were you all? Nobody could see that PricewaterhouseCoopers was lying. There was nobody in the country to follow the money trail to see that what PricewaterhouseCoopers was saying was fiction. They had nobody. No Minister of Finance, no central bank governor, no supervisor of insurance. So what these people are paid for? What is their job? When Keith Rowley came to the nation in the parliament and said, I went to the Prime Minister in August 2003 and told him there was massive bid rigging taking place in Udicott. Why didn't he do that publicly? Why did he sit back down and only came out in 2009 when he was fired by Manning? Why? How did that help anybody, Keith Rowley? You sat in the cabinet and ate cabinet food and drank cabinet wine for 6 years, knowing that you were part of a government so corrupt. You, Keith Rowley, said in the parliament that it was 10 times worse than the billions stolen by Ish and Steve and Kwaitong under Pandey. You said it was 10 times worse, yet you not only sat and ate cabinet food for 6 years and drank cabinet wine for 6 years. You supported PNM in an election. You, Keith Rowley, you knew you were part of a criminal enterprise. You knew that you were an upholder, upholding the thieves. The Bible that you say you pray to said the upholder worse than the thief. You could have let Trinidad and Tobago know in 2003 with a bus called a heart throat. The supervisor of insurance could have let Trinidad and Tobago know in 2002 that Ramesh was correct, that Clico was tottering, that it was going to fall over, that Dupre was using his contacts with Manning and Pandey to plunder and pillage the nation. And when that didn't work, let it fall and nearly pull down the whole country economy. All of y'all should make a jail this morning. All of y'all. And to the Petrotrin workers who all of a sudden know to talk, miss us with your bullshit. You could have saved the country. You could have been talking, but no. I know Haman Jam was passing. Petrotrin work is nice work. It's like B-Mobile. There are plenty of people working in B-Mobile and TSTT, watching the criminality taking place in B-Mobile and TSTT, but they living nice, you know. They living nice. They don't see themselves as part of the criminality. They think that I am doing it, but you're getting paid to keep it up. To the Petrotrin workers who outside there now talking, miss us with your bullshit. You're helping nobody. You're looking to make a reputation for yourself, standing up on the corpse. Forget it. Miss me with that. To the young lady, grow out your hair, girl. Grow it out big. Take pictures. Let it touch the ground. But miss us with the bullshit now. Because you continued on in the competition. That is hypocrisy. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear your story. Because you worked against yourself and you worked against everybody for the 3 years it took for that story to make it into the public space. Wendy and them must be having real black girls straightening their hair that you could have saved. But we have become a selfish, self-serving people. And as long as the food running, shh. But the next time you get an opportunity to bust a mark after the fact because you lost, talk then. Miss us with that. That's all I came to say this morning. Listen, all I want to save this country, you're working in TNTech this morning, you're working in WASA, you're working in TSTT, B-Mobile, you're working in the Prime Minister's office. You're Kamala Prasad, Chief Assistant. Hear me? Stand up now. Talk now. Tell us no. Help us fix this nation. Expose all of them. To all of you who upholding Keith Rowley, you don't come after the fact to tell us the criminality going on in this cabinet. We see, we know, but you could help. I am caught because the last bastion of saving this country, free speech, is being wrangled in court. There's nobody I could go to this morning and talk about the kind of criminality I know, the kind of documentation that I have. The only way to fix it is to get into government, and that is why we formed the Progressive Empowerment Party. You want justice after the fact? Ignore the bullshit artists and the stunters who come looking for all pips and all props now, and vote a real government into office so we could bring prime ministers and cabinets to justice. That is the only way. The nation is collapsing and it is failing. Ignore those who using it as a stunt to get some attention for themselves. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.